We do this.
This will be live stream. Got it. I gotta hit the accept button, I guess.
All right. We are live, guys. This is Indie Talk with Jesse and Jeryn, featuring the tag team of Kenny Dephynce and Nick Pride. You know why. And they got their pose right there. How's it going, guys?
Pride. Pride. That's his catchphrase. You got his catchphrase. So like I think you owe him like 0.6 cents for saying that, but yeah.
Every time I say that. Royalties to the Pride campaign.
That's 0.12. That is 1.2 cents now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What if I say it backwards? Do I still have to count it?
You're still referencing it. Yeah.
Okay. But how's it going, guys?
Very good, Jeryn. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get you guys rescheduled for this day. You guys got your own time slot for Wednesday, November 16th. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about just wrestling and everything that's going on. And this will be Nick Pride 3 and Kenny Dephynce 1. So this is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Why am I on here so much? Should I be a co-host? Hey, Kenny, should I be a co-host?
Definitely.
I've been on like 3 times now.
As long as you're getting your checks on time and they're going through the bank like they should, I'd take the job. Hey,
dude, it's just like real wrestling. You don't get paid at all.
Yeah,
bro.
You gotta get your money. Well, I don't know, maybe Jesse will pitch in one of these days. I'm sure he's got a good job, but I'm a poor college kid. No. Yeah. But let's just start off with how did you guys originally meet, and then how did you guys become a tag team?
Well, that is a complicated question with a long and convoluted history. We met through a dark magic mishap through a washing machine accident. So actually, I think how we met was just at the academy. Just once upon a time, it's a classic story. You've heard it before. Boy meets boy. Both boys become pro wrestlers. Eventually management wants them to be a tag team. And that's actually, it's the weirdest thing. Like, so I actually sort of talked to like Brian and Eli like independently. Like they actually came up to me and they each like sort of pitched and then sort of ordered the idea independently of each other. It's like, hey, you know what? You know who'd be a good tag team? Nick Pride and Kenny Dephynce. Like Eli comes up to me and says that. Brian comes up to me later and says that. And apparently the both of them have come up with this idea like independently, away from each other. I guess. So then they just brainstorm like, yeah, let's do it. I think. And then the rest, as they say, is history. And then we became a tag team. We crossed the Rubicon, Battle of Waterloo, that sort of deal. He brought peanut butter, I brought chocolate. I actually got the chocolate in his peanut butter. We made history.
We made pizza. Pizza.
Yeah, I know pizza. You just like made pizza on a pan. You didn't even use the oven. Was there an oven? Or no?
It didn't work.
Oh, the oven didn't work. Okay. Yeah, we were we had to travel. We had to travel like 5 hours. Yeah, we traveled 5 hours for a show.
To the Lake of the Woods. We had a cabin on the Lake of the Woods. And we bought some frozen pizzas and we didn't have any way to cook them. So we had to cook them on a stovetop, which was interesting.
It worked. It worked. Like who knew Kenny Dephynce was like almost the outdoorsy type. He's just making pizzas on a stove.
There you go. Yeah. So
Survivor man over here.
So this isn't like fancy brick oven pizza. This is like slap a pizza together kind of thing.
This is like $2 for $6 pizza. This is.
I went out into the woods armed with nothing but a $2 bill and hunted down a wild pizza, brought it home, and Kenny threw it on the oven.
I think he crossed I think it was a wild Canadian pizza. If I remember,
right next to the border or something, right?
Yeah, like
Canadian pizza border. There you go. And Nick Pride had his crossbow and got the pizza and
Pretty sure I didn't say crossbow, Jeryn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
I'm not some medieval arbalist.
Oh, you're not
getting down from my freaking barracks.
Oh,
come on!
Oh man,
hunting boars in the King's Woods.
He kind of looked like shoot, I can't remember the one character from The Walking Dead with the crossbow and the long hair and everything. Instead of hunting zombies, you're hunting pizzas.
Oh yeah, the girl with the samurai sword. Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Oh, that dude too. Yeah, that girl too. Yeah, you can go with that. But yeah, you guys are still relatively new as a tag team, so this is pretty cool to talk to you guys. And you guys are making history. You guys are doing the tag team duo. I know Nick, you're still new into the into wrestling and still learning everything, and then becoming a part of a tag team. So it's cool to have, like, I guess, kind of two identities with being a singles wrestler and a tag team. So yeah.
What identities would those be? Define those identities.
No, this Nick Pride as an individual wrestler, and Nick Pride as a tag team wrestler. Yeah.
Two completely different people. You know what? Maybe,
no, but I do know why.
Maybe your tag partner's Brandon Kitty. Maybe that's the two identities.
I mean, it does look pretty familiar. I don't know, but I don't know. You've denied it so many times, but I don't know. Everyone still believes that. I'm sure Pete King still thinks there's a conspiracy or something out there, but yeah. We haven't seen Brandon Kinney for a while. I wonder what he's been up to.
Brandon Kinney. Last I heard, he was drafted into the Canadian military, and just don't really know. We're not like friends, so I couldn't really tell you.
He was always a solid ref in my opinion.
He was all right.
Yeah, I worked some matches with him, and if you watch the tapes back, he calls it right down the middle. He raises my hand like a champ, solid dude. I got nothing. I personally got nothing bad to say about him. So I don't know what Nick's deal is, but Brandon Kinney
really just compares me to him. I just kind of find it annoying.
Well, I think personally he's my favorite ref in MAW, and there's some great refs in MAW, but
yeah.
I hope I don't get heat for that.
No, there's a decent roster of refs, like Stinky Pete, Moose Thompson, Archibald Bunker, like a solid workforce there. But like, hey, if you think Brandon's the best, like,
well, he's not anymore. I haven't since the but whatever.
Yeah,
pizza.
Yeah,
pizza.
That's our after wrestling is done. That's our business. We're gonna do pizza. It's gonna be just like a restaurant about pizza, not like weird specialty pizzas, but the pizzas pizzas.
Right.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with pizza. So yeah.
Food truck. We'll have a food truck.
Food truck. Yeah. Restaurant, a food truck, and that's the plan.
You have to. The brick and mortar is necessary, but we gotta have the traveling show. We gotta have the traveling show. We gotta sell pizzas, It's the business.
Venues. Like, I thought it'd be fun if we made the boxes look like little wrestling rings, and we just put the pizza in there. And it's a neat little gimmick. So to answer your question, that's how long we've known each other.
That's how. Yeah, there you go. pizza. There you go.
Do you like pepperoni, supreme? Are you just a cheese guy?
I would probably say just a sausage pizza. That's always a good choice.
Okay, and then are you like the square cut or like the triangle? It's kind of a triangle, but you can't cut a circle into triangles, so it's like the pie cut. Do you like the pie cut pizza, or you like the square? But you only get like 4 squares really in the middle. The rest of them are kind of like different shapes.
Right.
Too. So
this is market research. Please answer honestly.
Yeah.
I would probably just say the pie pizza just because traditional and you get more out of it. So
okay.
Square pizza is always interesting, but I don't find it it's not my favorite. So
okay, and then the deep dish.
Soft crust, pan, original,
pizza bites.
Pizza bites are good. Yeah. Very rarely do I have that or a supreme dish or anything, but yeah. I live off college pizza. That's not the same thing right now, so I forget what pizza tastes like sometimes.
What are you going to college for?
Graphic design. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Graphics.
I know graphics. Yeah.
That's where we're gonna branch out the graphics after pizza.
Yeah, I'll write that down.
Graphics. Put that on a shirt. Yeah. Got the summit on Instagram here, reading some comments. The summit says Brandon Kinney's been training to be a Canadian Mountie last time we heard.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I thought I heard him talking about riding a moose into battle or something crazy like that. So yeah, I feel like that's a natural progression.
And catching pizza poachers up there in Canada.
Pizza poachers.
It's a big thing.
Because they're so Canada, Jeryn, is the leading supplier of Canadian bacon, and so there's a lot of poachers trying to get that bacon. So they use the Royal Mounted Forces of Canada are sort of contracted out to protect them, to protect the Canadian bacon fields where the bacon grows. So that's probably what he's doing up there is my guess.
I can see him doing that now.
He could. He's on the bacon farm fields right now, picking bacon. Or what is the
no, he's mining the bacon. Yeah. He's got his pickaxe.
He's got his I would what was I think? Plowing the bacon, that's what he's doing. Plowing the bacon.
I said mining. I said mining.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Oh, you went.
Yeah.
Well, I was going with mining. I'm like, there's no mining on a farm, but yeah. He's mining the coal shafts and he's plowing. Or no, not snow.
I'm not sure. When was the last time you were in Canada, Jeryn?
I've never been to Canada.
Yeah, that would explain.
Yeah.
That would explain you. Yeah. You're talking like somebody who only has the sort of American perspective of what farming is.
That's true.
So, yeah. Oh, okay. So Canada's completely different with farming.
Yeah, and there's only so much bacon in the world you can mine.
Oh, okay.
And most of it's in Canada.
Oh, okay.
It all makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Got to make a trip to Canada sometime to see the bacon fields.
We were just up there. Yeah.
Oh, you were? Oh,
yeah.
It's a good deal. Someone's confused about the bacon thing. You've never heard of the bacon fields up in Canada Summit / Joe? I know you're running the Instagram.
Calling them out.
Okay.
Wow.
Calling them out. Yeah. Exposing
don't be rude. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He called me no, I don't even want to go into that. That's too sorry. He called me a bad name.
there's some history here we don't know
Oh.
about Pride.
Oh,
I guess
man.
we should probably just
What?
let them say what they're saying. We don't know. We
Like,
don't know.
yeah,
There's a
step back,
backstory.
step
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
There's secretly beef between me and the Summit right now. I don't know. Yeah. All right. I know there's beef between Jesse and Pete King too. So
Damn.
be clear.
What is going on this podcast, Kenny?
Yeah.
Like, I think we walked into something a little dangerous here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
What's
dropped
going
some-
on?
This environment. It's a little toxic.
Is that why you're hiding out in like a school right now? Like, are you hiding from like
I'm
predators
hiding.
or something, man?
Are you in a safe place?
Do we need to
I
call
am,
somebody?
I think I'm well enough away from Joe. He's probably in the I don't know, he's probably farming in Wisconsin right now. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, let's get back to I'm sure Pete King really wants me to address this. So
Oh, right. We were like doing a wrestling podcast.
yeah. We just
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I killed like 20 minutes, bro. I killed 20
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
We call
We'll
that a
put that in
wrestle.
top 20 moments. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Yeah. We'll put that in the top 10 of funny moments sometime. If I can create a good enough video.
Yeah, if you can create more funny moments.
Yeah. No. You've well, Kenny kind of was involved in one of the other ones because we had Leonard on the show and he's like, I asked Leonard like, hey, do you know how Ken came up with you know why? And he's like, yeah, I know how he came up with it. You want to know why? You know why? I'm like, God damn it. Yeah, good old Leonard. Mm-hmm. I'll ask you about that in a sec after we address Pete here. He says, I know Ken is excited to be at APW, but Nick, what are your thoughts of debuting at APW?
My thoughts of debuting at APW. I am psyched. Like, anytime I get to go somewhere new and just sort of showcase what I got it's exciting. And I love the idea of just meeting a new pool of talent to get to know and get to work with. And I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you made a couple debuts to different companies this year. So you're making your rounds and still doing MAW and MIW. But yeah, it's cool that you've made debuts at WGW and now APW and a number of other things I'm sure you've done. So yeah.
I've done a thing or two.
A thing or two, yeah. But yeah, it's where do I have it again? Yeah, fans, December 17th in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, All Out Pro Wrestling is having an event. Go to that. Tickets are online now, or I believe you can probably get tickets at the door. December 17th should be go to that. It'll be a fun winter celebration and or a pre-holiday celebration. Kenny Dephynce and Nick Pride are on the show, and yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. What match are you guys a part of again, or what are you guys doing for that?
I'll go ahead and speak to what I understand to be. It's wrestling, so things always change. But
Yep.
I previously qualified for a title shot for the U.S. Championship at APW, so I'll be in.
Bro, why didn't you tell me this?
Dude, we're always talking pizza, man. We ain't got time to talk wrestling.
Man, got too much business going on.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So I'll be in a title match for the APW US title. It'll be a 3-way, as far as I know, and there's going to be more information released coming up. So I don't want to give more away than need be, but it'll be Zach Neal defending his title against Kenny Dephynce and one other guy. And as far as I understood, Nick Pride would be getting his chance against the heavyweight champion for APW, Matthias. But that's something that Pete King would have to confirm.
Okay.
But that's what I heard was in the mix, that I think Nick Pride's going to be in the main event, possibly for the title. But that's just what I heard.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that was in the cards last time before there was like a show change. I think there was like a venue change or a day change or something.
Yeah. So, but yeah, as far as I know, Nick's going to be on the card in a very good spot, and I'll be in a good spot. So it's a good chance for us both to showcase what we have, and then hopefully in the future we can also tag up for APW. I'd like to see us do that sometime too. But
so I just got an update. I'm in the battle royal. There's a battle royal happening. So I'm in that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the Baron Peterson Battle Royal Memorial. So,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Leonard's in that too, and probably a couple other guys. So battle royals are always cool because they don't usually announce the whole roster list. So that should be cool to see who's a part of that. So yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Matthias too, when did it happen? During the summer, Matthias and Bullet Bronson have had a feud. So I wonder if there's going to be anything with that. I don't know if there's an official match set up for Matthias, but if Bullet Bronson gets involved somehow, that might be interesting because they've been feuding in several different companies. We'll see how that envelops. So
right,
yeah.
I don't think that everything is set in stone yet. That's why the matches haven't been officially announced. There's a lot of speculation of who's in what match, but that's why I didn't really want to say too much. But I do know Nick I heard Nick was in a good match, but I guess every match is a good match, especially when it's a new promotion. So
It'll be good, and this will give us. I think this will give us a chance to scout a little bit of that competition. Like you said, Matthias and Bullet Bronson, big rivalry in APW, and I think it'd just be a good opportunity to see what the competition's all about. Because if we're just gonna walk on in and start taking titles, I guess we better scout out everyone first. I think.
Yeah.
I think this battle royal would be a good place to start too.
Yeah. Pete King says Nick Pride will face the winner of the APW heavyweight championship match. So you're already getting promised title matches. Damn.
I've got a little bit of experience. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some magic there, man. You and me, we're gonna make some magic.
And we'll make pizza too,
And we'll make pizza, baby.
Oh man, you should do like the New Day thing. Just start throwing out pizzas during your entrance.
Freshly baked pizzas right in people's faces.
475 degrees.
That would be our new tagline. Skin meltingly good.
Feel melting. Oh man, or do the one thing that there's a pizza wrestler out there. He like swindles or twist the pizza around and does the dough. Yeah, you should do something with that, but with an already made pizza, and then pizza face someone. Yeah.
Like seriously though, I think a wrestler would be really pissed if we got like pizza grease on their tights. I think we'd be paying for some dry cleaning, bro.
Yeah, that might not be the best.
All over the canvas.
Oh, right, yeah.
On the zebra.
Just start slathering all over the ropes and stuff and start bouncing off that. You just got pizza grease on your back. Oh man. And then it's
gonna go over well.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna love
it. APW sponsored by Domino's Pizza.
No, pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza. What else we got? I guess since Ken's here first on the show.
What are you doing?
They don't want to hear.
Is someone breaking in the house?
Pizza delivery.
Is someone delivering a pizza?
Oh no, Uber Eats pizza. No. But yeah, Ken, since it's your first time on the show, do you want to talk about how you got into watching wrestling and training?
Oh, okay. I got into watching wrestling at a young age, my family were big wrestling fanatics. Back in the 80s, before Vince McMahon took over this territory, my family would go to AWA shows all the time. And I was lucky enough to kind of be part of that culture. And so when I kind of came into knowing about wrestling, that was the wrestling that I learned about. And then later on, AWA kind of faded away, got sold, and kind of just disappeared. And WCW and WWF at the time took up, when I was probably about 10 years old, 11 years old. But I got into it watching it with my family, and they watched it all the time. They went to the shows. So that's how I started. I was instantly attached to it. It was just a part of what we did. And then Eli, who owns MAW with Dave and Brian, he ran his first show in my hometown of Hastings, Minnesota, about 20 years back. And I happened to go to that show and meet Eli and get a hankering for indie wrestling. I'd never been to indie wrestling. I've been to, I was at the WCW Monday Nitro at the Mall of America debut back in 93 or something like that. Maybe 94. But I never been to like small indie show with like fold up chairs, and 2 or 3 rows of seats and people selling hot dogs and soda pop, kind of giving raffles away. Just this whole little different kind of atmosphere. And then the wrestlers were right there and right in your face. You know how it is. And when you see that for like the first time, it's like, holy you're like holding on to your seat. These guys are putting their butts on the line out there. And at that show, it was Mitch Paradise and Kamikaze Ken Anderson and Austin Aries and Sean Davari. It was a stacked card at that time. All these guys went on to do more in the business. I happened to fall on the right show, and Eli happened to book the right guys. It happened to be like the perfect storm, And so I fell in love with the indie wrestling from there on out. Eli booked shows with that promotion for a couple of years afterwards, and I frequent the place. And at that time, I was like a teenager coming into the age of an adult, and I had a few like rock and roll bands and stuff. That was what I was into. And we were doing tours around the US. We'd play like, mostly around the states, Wisconsin, Minnesota, just here, but we'd get out to LA once in a while. It's just kind of like indie wrestling. You'd get out to do a gig, and get your feet wet, dip them here, but nothing super consistent. But through that, we got to network with Eli, and I got to play a couple of shows with some indie wrestling with Eli's promotion, and Brian had a promotion at that time as well. So my band played with those guys' promotions back in the early 2000s, and got to like play some of the wrestlers down to the ring at some of the shows, and I think we did it once for Ken Anderson. But he was, Kamikaze Ken. Him and his tag team partner, I think, was like the Mauler at that time. He was just like some guy in a Dickies outfit, onesie, and a black mask. He's the Mauler, but it's kind of generic. But he was a fun wrestler to watch, and so we'd go watch him. And so the time would pass, and then years and years after that, I kind of gave up playing the music and started my family. Got kind of my career going a little bit outside of being a immature adult, And then Ken Anderson opened up the academy, and is like a light bulb went off. Oh wow, that'd be something fun to do. I would never thought. I'd still, at the time it was open a year or two, and I just still never thought I would do it until MAW opened their doors. And then I went and I saw that Eli was running shows again. So then I went and visited Eli, and I fell in love with indie wrestling again, and the way that they were putting on their shows, on how much they had changed from 15 years back or 10 years, just the production wise and the passion wise. It was just a whole different environment. It was great before, and it's even better now. So I was like, I got to get in there and wrestle. I just loved it, what's going on. And how can I do that? And they're like, we can't let you just get in there and wrestle. You have to go train with Ken. And so that kind of sold me on, that's what I have to do to get in the ring. And then to add to what like Nick was saying about how we kind of got, excuse me here, how we got teamed up. COVID hit, and we were training together at the academy when we could. I didn't make it as much as Nick did, but we did meet there and got to train a little bit. And then COVID hit, and we were doing like Zoom meetings like this with Ken and some of the other students. And it wasn't really taking off the way I think Ken was hoping, but Ken was just trying to get something going because he had kind of lost his training, the way he was running his business and stuff. So he was just trying to keep everybody together and keep the cycle going, because we didn't know what was going to happen. So we were doing Zoom meetings, and that kind of started staggering off. People were falling off of even coming to those, because things were getting crazy at the beginning of COVID. So it was hard to, everybody lost their focus. And then one night it was just Ken and I on a Zoom meeting, and we just had like 10 minutes. It's just two guys like, what, make faces at each other. But he had just brought up what do you think about Nick Pride? And I was like, I didn't really think much of it, but he's just said a couple of things, and nothing was said about anything after that. But then, like around the time Nick Pride was coming out into the wrestling world, like he was saying, Eli came to him and Brian came to him. Well, Eli came to me just like he did you, and Brian came to me just like he did you, in the same exact fashion. But what makes it strange to me is a year before that, maybe longer, Ken, in a private conversation, had said, what do you think of Nick Pride? And for just for him to say that, he hasn't given me a whole lot of like solid advice that was personalized. He's got to teach class, so a lot of it isn't, here's what do you he was asking me what I thought of Nick for who knows what reason, but it stuck with me that he thought, that he thought of Nick and me. He saw something, I don't know what. I didn't go into it. I asked him his intentions behind like the question, but it like planted a seed in my brain, like maybe he was thinking we could be a tag team or something. I just thought that, but then later on, somehow we became a tag team. So it's like a manifestation in a way, kind of, because I wanted to be a part of a tag team anyways. I want to be a singles wrestler, but I also want to be a tag team wrestler. So I have to find the right guy to be a tag team partner with. And Nick is definitely the type of guy that I would want to be a tag team partner with, So I'm lucky. I got lucky, but it's cool that other people saw whatever we have, our chemistry or our likeness or whatever we have that makes people remind us of each other, whatever it is. I'm just thankful that they saw it and they put us together, because it's been great for me in this partnership. We won a lot of matches already, so
we won a few. Yeah, it's been fun, and like I'm kind of on that same way. Like I don't know what it is that Eli or Brian or Ken saw in this partnership. I don't know. And honestly, maybe to some degree, I still don't entirely know what they're seeing. But at the same time, it's not like, Pride isn't working. I think we're working out really well. And I'm kind of glad that we are, like we have this opportunity to just sort of like, we may have just been kind of thrown together just on a whim, or like just on a, like, or fate or whatever you want to call it. But I think it's worth so far. Like we've got something interesting, I think. And yeah. And we made it the first round of the tag tournament. So we still got there's another set of TV tapings coming up soon where our next round's gonna be. So yeah.
Well, this Sunday, actually, if you don't have your tickets, or anyone watching this doesn't have their tickets, they're free. All you have to do is go online to MAW on Facebook, and there's a link to
reserve your ticket today.
That's right. And then you can watch all of your favorite MAW stars record the Warriors program at the Element Gym in St. Paul this coming Sunday.
Yep. Tickets are free. Tickets are limited to 100.
That's right.
Get there first.
Yeah, guys, definitely get your tickets for a Warriors TV taping. It's a little different than a regular MAW show, but TV taping gets to be on a TV/YouTube, and yeah, it should be a good time. Make sure you get those reserved; they're free. So yeah. So Ken, you were talking about the Mauler. Pete's asking if you meant the LA Mauler or La Mauler, LA Mauler.
La Mauler.
I'm not certain. I think it was just called the Mauler. The Mauler. I'm not sure. He was he was some local guy, like a lot of the indie guys are. He could take off his mask, and then he had this Dickies onesie or whatever, full body suit. He would take that off and his mask, and he would blend in with the wrestling crowd. You wouldn't know who, It's a great gimmick. Yeah. He's just a regular guy in like nothing fancy gear. He paid like probably less than $100 for his gear. If somebody got pizza sauce on it, no big deal.
Yeah, you saw that in the wash.
Yeah.
LA Mauler, if you're out there watching, you have to respond now. Someone is asking about you.
Yeah, and if you don't respond in 30 minutes, you owe Nick Pride a pizza.
There you go.
I'm very particular about my toppings.
Pete, you better tag them in the Facebook comments.
It's probably Pete.
Particular.
Pete was probably the LA Mauler. He wouldn't tell us if he was.
Nope.
I think Jeryn checked out on us here, man.
Oh no. Jeryn checked out. That means we're taking over.
Welcome to the Pride show.
Podcasts.
The podcast.
So in this podcast, we are going to tell you everything that you know. You know that thing that happens when you decide that you want to know what time it is. So you look at your watch and then you look away and you still don't know what time it is. And then you look back at your watch and look away and you still don't know what time it is. And someone comes and asks you, hey, what time is it? And you're like, you don't know. You know that.
You know what? You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Has that ever happened to you, internet? If that's ever happened to you, please respond in the comments about a very awkward story that's happened to you with, please.
Have you ever been on a podcast and the person who's hosting the podcast leaves the podcast? I've never been on a podcast like that.
That's never happened to me. I think we need to get a new third person here. What about Mrs. Pride? Mrs. Pride, everybody.
What's happening?
I have been summoned. I'm Jane. I am Nick Pride's wife and am merchandise and some backstage stuff with MAW and some other companies. If you come to MAW Warriors this weekend, sure you check out the merchandise stand. We got lots of fun stuff for both the wrestlers and for MAW, including some brand new Bullybrand t-shirts that will be on sale exclusively at MAW Warriors.
Yes. That's enough. That is enough soulless corporate shilling for one day. Let's get real. Kenny.
Yeah, what's up?
Get that hat.
Where did
you get it? It's that same hat. I always see it. Where'd you get it?
Well, I bought it. I had it.
No,
I mean,
specifically, where can I get one? If I were to say willing to fork over money for that hat, where could I get one?
Well, I can bring it. I can bring you one on Sunday if you want one.
Hear that, people? On Sunday, get over to the MAW tapings on Sunday to get some of that merch. Get some of that sweet merch.
Yeah, and Paul Verk will be there selling merch. We got why shirts.
Right now, he is at least watching. Hello, everybody. As Jeryn is gone, I am monitoring the chat. If you have any questions, I'm only on Facebook. So if you can send anything that way, it would be wonderful. Actually, for both of you all, as Pride has developed over the past year as a tag team, who have you taken inspiration for in historical wrestling tag teams? Anyone specific?
I'll let my partner go first. Like, is there like, when you think of Pride, is there like a tag team that you like equate to us at all?
Well, I try to draw a lot of inspiration from the Rock and Roll Express to some degree, although we're not trying to emulate them in any fashion. Like,
right.
But to some degree, we want to have that energy and we want the crowd with us. So
it's interesting that you bring up the Rockers, because I had Terry Fox of MIW just called me out of the blue one day, just completely out of the blue, and he wanted to give me suggestions for my gimmick. He wanted to give me suggestions for what my gimmick should be. He says, like, Nick, no babyface really does a rock and roll gimmick anymore. You should be like Marty Jannetty. You should be like Marty Jannetty. He's like being the rocker thing, and it lets you be all energetic and stuff that that baby faces don't normally get to do. Yeah, you should be like that. So yes, I like. So apparently, Terry Fox took one look at me and thought Marty Jannetty. I will let you, everyone out there, translate that for what it's worth. I'll let you all figure it out. If that's a compliment, like, let me know.
Thank you for sharing. Oh man, yeah.
Look who's back! It's the host of the podcast, everybody.
Yeah, I just decided to leave. I was a little bored. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Wi-Fi. It's still kicking out. So took I said to relog back in, and but I'm back. It looks like it's stable. Hopefully it'll be it for the end. I hate school Wi-Fi so much, but this is Indie Talk. We're still going, guys. I'm glad you guys were able to carry the conversation for a bit. So a whole 5 minutes or whatever it was. So let's get back into it.
What's your next question? Shoot from the hip. Go from your heart.
Jesse's in the comments right now. I know he's gonna be
yes, you're back. Where are you? Come back to us. We miss you.
People miss you, Jesse. They want you back. Jesse says, I return tomorrow. So the one and only Jesse will be back tomorrow doing his thing for the 1 year anniversary. He just wanted to pop in and say
hi. There's no point. Like, we won't be there.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, nobody will be there. It'll just be the two of us. Yeah.
You two interviewing each other. I'd pay to see that.
It's like a talking about stuff. I'm kind of thinking about, it just came to my mind, but we might do a thing where like we react to our first video, like how YouTube reactors react to videos. So I'm kind of thinking we'll react to the first video to us like, this is a podcast. Yeah. What should we talk about?
How's this for a podcast idea, Kenny? You and me, we do a podcast where the point is that we review the last episode of our podcast.
Oh man. Yeah, I'd pay good Facebook money to see that.
This
is technically our first podcast. This is our first episode.
First podcast. The next one we do will be us
analyzing. Yes.
Analyzing this podcast.
Yeah. This is when Jeryn ditched us to, go hit up the vending machine because we got him hungry talking about pizza, and he went and got, pizza flavored combos or whatever it is down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said they grab a pizza quick. Sorry about that. No. Yeah. So Jesse will be back tomorrow. Oh yeah. He just reminded me that we got you guys are two former Indie Talk wrestlers of the week. So fans recognize these are former wrestlers of the week for our little recognition that we do.
Who?
You guys from last month, I believe, 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Nick was the first one, so our first ever one back.
Yeah,
in
I don't think I've ever been that indie wrestler of the week. I think you're nah. I think I'd know if I was indie wrestler of the week.
Yeah,
and I haven't.
I meant Nick. Yeah.
He's
Nick,
probably been indie the wrestler of the week, 2 or 3 times.
What is the criteria?
That's understandable.
Like I feel like whenever I'm the wrestler of the week, it's completely random. I don't know what the criteria is. What is your syllabi for what is your score sheet for determining the wrestler of the week? What are the points? How many points did I get? Did I get the most points?
I think you like square cut, right?
Wait.
10 points.
You like
10 points for square cut.
Oh man. Well, I'm not sure what Jesse's scorecard is, but basically for me, it's I'll just if they're getting over, if they're getting better with the crowd, if what else? Or yeah, if they're over, getting better as a wrestler, working hard, just seeing social media, what's going on with that, and then of course, since I go to almost every show imaginable, at least within MAW, I judge with that when I'm there. I'm like, oh, that wrestler did pretty good. I wonder if I should consider them and their abilities. So yeah, I deeply analyze wrestlers of the week. I'm like, I like these wrestlers, but have they been getting better? Are they working hard? Well, all wrestlers are working hard, but are they getting better? I gotta deeply analyze. I wonder if it's a big analysis process. I got a big board. It's like if you guys have ever seen Manifest, I got the whole the statistics sheet with bar graphs and everything. It's a very complicated process. So yeah, I'll show you the board sometime, maybe. Yeah. And I still got to come up with this week's / Jesse's got to figure it out. But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Nick Pride.
Can I make a suggestion for this week's? Nick Pride. Can I put Nick Pride's?
Nick Pride.
Yeah, I would love to see Nick Pride as indie wrestler of the week.
Me?
You deserve it, brother. You've been working hard. It's like
two-time.
You got a title shot like this, like.
Let me win it, and then I'll be indie wrestler of the week with the title.
Oh yeah, you got to win it first. Yep.
Yeah, you'll be the first one of us to actually win a championship on the Indies. So there you go.
Oh man, yeah. I know. First time we ever had a 2-time wrestler of the week. She had 3 belts at the time / maybe still does. So I was like, Jesse's like, I think she deserves it, and she's been working hard. Companies are trusting her with the title matches. So,
yeah, when 3 companies give you the title, that's pretty huge. A while back, right before the pandemic, we were training over at the old location for the academy there, and JDX comes in. He's got 5 of them. It was
he got like mountain of belts on his shoulder.
it was the best.
I think he still has like 3 belts though. Like I think I saw him at like Grand Slam come enter with like 3 belts. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, he technically beat me for one of those belts for the academy title. I was in the match that he won that.
Oh yeah,
it was a battle royal, and the winner.
I was in the audience for that match.
Yeah,
I was watching it. Jane almost got hit with that ladder. It fell outside. It almost hit her.
Yeah, it was a dangerous match, dude. Oh my! It was like it was a battle royal. Then like down to the final 4, it became a ladder match for the title that hung above the ring during the battle royal. And then so it was like JDX, Sterling Bond. Who the heck was it? Down to the final 4. It was just Levy Cruz and
was it Riley?
No. Guy about my height. He's bald. He graduated the academy before we started, really. But he did come back to wrestle once in a while. I forget the guy's name, but it was those 4, and I was just watching from backstage, and I was like, "Oh, I'm glad I got thrown out because all the big spots they were doing with this ladder, death-defying spot after spot after spot," and I was like, "JDX, you can have that title. You earned it, man." Yeah, he had my respect before that. All those guys did have my respect before that, but after that match, it's any ladder matches. No, it's not a playground. We had Paul Verk and Ying, and maybe there's one other guy. Maybe it was Sterling for the Innovation Championship ladder match. Yep. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I think
I love it.
They had that on one of the Warriors tapings that I was watching that. So
yeah, the one with because that's the one Ying won the title on, I think. So yeah. So on the show where they're highlighting Ying's achievements, and then he was shining like the brilliant character he was, and so it's wonderful. Yeah, but those matches, man, I don't want any ladder matches going on. Tag team ladder match, we don't want none.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think I
like my neck just the way it is.
Oh man.
Screw our necks, man. Those titles. I could wrap a title around my neck, keep my head up just fine.
Oh yeah. Have a title as a neck brace.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's dangerous business, son.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse was saying not too long ago, Nick, you were at the Nerd and Out Con. You had your one-on-one match with the X. Talk about how that all went down and memories of that.
Memories of that. Brutal. It was brutal. Yeah. He was throwing me around like a rag doll. I was able to get a good few hits in, and then he bit my nose, and I started pouring blood. And
yeah.
He got me that night. But I would love another opportunity to wrestle X again.
Yeah.
In a ladder match.
Yeah.
For a pizza.
For a pizza. Pizza in the bank money ladder match. There you
go. Pizza. What did you say?
Pizza in the bank ladder match.
Pizza in the bank. I thought that's what you said. It doesn't really make sense, but I like it. Pizza in the bank.
Or you just put a pizza in a briefcase.
Pizza is obvious.
Yeah. Or you just put it. Or just you could just hang a pizza box up there too, I guess.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be pizza in there, but can't be just a pizza box. Square cuts.
Right. Yeah. Eli, book it.
Yeah, send him this video.
Yeah.
We've got great ideas here.
In the bank. There we go. Yeah, Nick, you did such a good job that MAW edited out everything that you did in that match when they highlighted X on that one Warrior taping. I think it was last week. They were like, or they were talking about the X and Paul Verk storyline, and they just pretty much edited so X beat the crap out of you every part in that match, and then they forwarded it to the Faribault match where they had their match and broke a wall, I guess. That was interesting. So yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, good times. What else do I have? Yes, I think we could do a little name association. So basically I just have a small list of guys right here. Just wanted to get both of your guys' thoughts on the first time you met them, or just what you think about them. So first name we got is Cordoba.
Cordoba. Yeah, this guy's like great. Like honestly, like stepping out of character and just like talking about him as a worker. The guy gave me like the guy is so in control and so just so like flawless in the execution of his moves. Like the first time I wrestled Cordoba, I remember like he gave me a spine buster, a power bomb, and a jackhammer all in the same match. I barely felt them. Like that. This is I say this as a testament to his ability and his control and his timing and just everything he does. It's flawless. Like he can do anything, and he will make sure you're safe. I think when I think of Cordoba, I really think of him as just one of those guys that everyone needs to keep their eyes on and like learn from him, learn how he does moves and mimic him as best you can. Like he protects his opponents. He's one of the safest workers I've ever been in the ring with. And that is saying something. My hat's off to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Ken, was that all you wanted to say, just Jack?
Well, yeah. I didn't know if we were doing like word association. You say a word and then we go and do one word, or do you do a whole?
Oh no, just name association. Brother. Just get your guys' thoughts on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what we were doing. So
break the rules, brother. Break the rules. Do whatever you want.
You did it right, man. I won't mess up your thing. But yeah,
break the rules, baby.
But I started in the same class as Cordoba. So there was 13 of us that class, and for whatever reason, Cordoba was always late to our classes. His schedule for his work or whatever. So he's always like 10 minutes late. Like not super late, but never was he on time. So the first day of class, there was 13 of us. 12 of us were there on time, and we're all like, everybody's kind of looking around. All right, we got this. We're in a good, healthy environment. Everybody's good. And then all of a sudden, the late guy shows up, Cordoba, and the dude's just jacked, and we're like, oh shit, dude! Like it was unbelievable. He looked like a pro wrestler on day one, and then like Nick was saying, the way he does his moves, because the conditioning he keeps his body in, he's able to control the movement so well. So when you do wrestle him, it's always you don't know that before you wrestle him because he looks like he's going to absolutely murder you, but that's not the case. He's definitely a good guy to wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Rob E. Rebel.
Rob E. Rebel.
I feel like you might know him a little more, probably.
Yeah, I wrestled with Rob maybe 2 or 3 times in battle royals and maybe like a 4-way or 6-way or something like that. He's like I'm not all that familiar with him, but I think he's from like Iowa.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I worked with him through some Iowa promotion, I think, maybe, and through APW. But he kind of, I don't know where he trains out of, but he keeps like a low profile, I guess, kind of doesn't stir the pot. He's no Pete King, you know. No, which is good. You don't need a lot of guys like Pete King around, but enough. You need enough of them, but not too many, you know. But so Rob's good dude. But I'm looking forward to see where he takes his next steps, wherever that is, you know, just like anybody else that I kind of follow. Cordoba, same thing, you know. He's great, but I can't wait to see what he does next, because that's what's going to be even better about him. You know, I think whatever his next move, whatever the hell he does next is going to be great for both those guys.
Yeah.
As long as they stick with it, you know. And that's the key. Just keep your nose to the grindstone, keep working hard.
Yeah. The real Drago.
The real Drago. Well, I've met the fake Drago. Not cool.
Not.
Nah.
The real Drago is he's a guy who's definitely a hard worker and definitely does everything he can to master his craft. Every time I see him, he's always like a little bit better. He always like at the beginning, I feel like I could kind of see, I don't know, I maybe had a feeling that maybe he was just a little green or something like that, but he quickly is like getting out of that green zone and definitely listening to advice, definitely willing to take pointers. And I think he's just becoming, like MAW is making him a really big deal and a really big like force in the company. So I can't wait to see what he does next.
Yeah. Ken?
Yeah, when I first, I think the first time I went to MAW show when they were probably around a year or two, he was there with Jerry Ulricher handing out flyers for the Academy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, who's this monster, you know? And at that time, I really hadn't planned to go train or anything. But as soon as I was starting to think about training, the first person I thought about was, I want to wrestle that guy because he looked like such a monster. What a great story. A little guy like myself facing just a giant of a man, you know? And then I was lucky enough to see that kind of happen too. So, which was a fun story to tell. But he's a super nice guy. You know, I don't want to I don't know, spoil too much of like tell behind the scenes stuff, you know, but we get along good and we've, you know, we spend time together outside the ring and train together and you know, much respect to Drago, you know, and I can't wait to wrestle him again and to do much better than I did the last time.
Yeah, Brandon Kinney was the ref for that last one, right?
Very possible.
Oh man. Yeah.
Very possible.
And this one's a little more specific towards Nick, but El Bono.
El Bono is sort of a stain on humanity. And I think the world would be legitimately better off if he were to be washed.
Wow.
No, El Bono is great.
Yeah.
El Bono is hilarious. He is like infinitely clever. He's clever as a whip. Like you get in a conversation, he just throws jokes out, rapid fire, excellent timing on those jokes too, and a great worker. Kids love this guy. You should see him with kids. It's great. Like when he's on a show, like it's gonna be a good day, you know, even if it's a bad day. If El Bono's there, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah. I said to bring that up because you faced him at your first and my my first FLWA show, and that day was very hot. So I'm like, oh, I should talk to him about that. So, who else?
I won that match.
He did win. Yeah. With I can never remember his character name, but yeah, you were with the manager guy that I'll have you explain better than I can explain.
The masked jungle fighter, the multiple time FLWA champion. Masked jungle fighter. Ring a bell. Ring a bell.
Yeah, that guy for sure. Yeah. The bad role models. The next one. Yeah. The bad role models.
Oh, yeah, those guys are a ton of fun. We beat them all the time.
Yeah.
We've wrestled them a bunch of times and we beat them every single time.
Yeah.
Good dudes. Good dudes.
Great dudes. Love beating them.
Great dudes because they're easy to beat. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat them.
Eat them. Next name, The Summit. Joe and Derek, Joseph Alexander and Derek Fury.
Rematch.
Yeah, we had a damn good match with those guys up in Baudette.
Yes, we did. It was probably some of the best tag work we've done, at least up to that point. They like, I don't know about you. I feel like they made us step up our game.
For sure. Yep.
They made us step up our game for sure.
And not that we were underestimating them, because they have lots of experience, but we didn't kind of know what we're gonna go in there with. So we didn't have an estimate at all, because we hadn't faced a good tag team before, and they qualify as a good tag team.
Yeah, I think they make the mark.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was humbling, and but yeah, that's something that I would like to revisit and improve on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who we got? Who you gonna throw at me? Who you gonna throw at me? Come on, I'm ready. Who you got?
Pete King.
Oh boy, don't throw Pete King at anybody.
Pete King. Oh no.
I mean, he's booking us. He's
why?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah.
So yeah.
No.
Great. Thank you.
Great guy. He's always roasting me and Jesse though. So I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, solid guy.
Yeah, guy knows what he's doing. Guy's got the brain. Yeah, got a mind for this business for sure.
No matter what I say about him in public, he's still a good guy.
Yeah. We'll go back to X since we were talking about him.
Yeah, well, when I got to the academy, X was kind of like a captain. He was helping train a lot of the newer guys, and he's a pretty tough guy. So he was putting everybody through the ringer, and I definitely looked forward to facing him someday. And we were able to both make our debuts together in a battle royal for MAW at Grand Slam 2, and which was cool. We kind of everybody walked down to the ring together for the battle royal. It was just like a stream of guys get in the ring. We both get eliminated from different sides of the ring about the same time, and we walk around to the like the entranceway, and BJ Seastrom takes Shane Black over his head and chucks him at us over the top rope, and just pancakes us out on the floor, dude. It was crazy. And I had I'm pretty sure I had a concussion, but I had a big knot on my head for 2 weeks because Shane's elbow came down from 10 feet flying through the air, wham, right on my head. And then X and I were just dead for a couple of minutes there,
Oh man, yeah.
And X is he's helped me out a lot too. We've been on a road trip or two together. just going to shows. And like I was looking, I keep a list of all my matches so I can like just kind of get my thoughts on them at the time and leave little notes on them. I was looking at it earlier, and I feel like I've actually had more matches with X than like anybody else. And I'm thinking like, damn, I hope I'm keeping up. Honestly, hope I'm keeping up. Like, because like I'm worried. Like, okay, I keep throwing, I keep like somehow getting in situations where I'm facing off against this guy, and I know he's not going to put on a bad match. So it just makes me think like it really makes me feel like I have to step up my game, and you know, it kind of gets me in that headspace I need to be. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
We were scheduled. We were scheduled. I think it was a tag team title match or something this summer, and it was supposed to be us versus Ying and Cordova. But for some reason, Ying couldn't make it, and they threw X in the match. So it was Cordova and X versus Pride, and that was a tough day at work.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Oh man,
it was a great match. One of our best matches, but it was not wasn't fun for us at all the moments of the match.
I specifically remember like the entire crowd behind me was like making Jericho comments at me. It's like, hey Jericho, hey Jericho over here. I'm like, God damn it. I'm trying to focus on my partner who's like halfway across the ring. I'm trying to help him. And like all these, and like these guys already paying attention to this. And I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't go well for us. I think there was a lot of that crowd. I think they wanted to see us get ate up by those guys. You know, because those guys are those monsters come out. The audience just wants to see them kill somebody, you know, and throw nothing. Yeah, one guy throwing another human body into another human body. You know, it's just,
right.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
They just wanted to see a car crash, which I guess was appropriate because I think we were at some kind of derby show.
The ring was set up right in the grandstand area. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I think I remember seeing some video about that.
I think it was at Rice County Fair, I believe.
Rice. Oh, I was there for that one. Yeah. Okay, I saw that. I didn't see video. I was actually there. Yeah. No, yeah, that was the first time I saw you guys as a tag team too. And I remember that. So, yeah.
He was probably the one yelling Jericho at you, dude.
Yeah.
You.
I know Jesse would if he was there because the first time we had Nick, he's like, "Hey, you look like Jericho."
We'll have to watch the video back, listen to the voices, and then pair it up with the podcast. Run it through a voice analyzer. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
We're gonna review this, and we're gonna get the bottom of this on the next episode of Podcast.
That's right.
It's a crime case now. We got to investigate. Oh man, Law and Order. Yeah.
CSI.
CSI. Oh yeah, CSI too. Yeah. And
we'll play the Law and Order theme. The Law and Order theme is much cooler. CSI theme's okay, but you know, you can't go wrong with a Who. But you know, Law and Order's classic, bro. Anyways, moving on to the pizza.
The pizza. How do you guys feel about pizza? No.
I think we've made our opinion about pizza very clear by this point.
Yeah,
if you haven't, like, we're basically Ninja Turtles, okay?
Oh yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Since you guys were at Grand Slam, I'll throw in some these WWE Hall of Famer and now Minnesota Hall of Famer Diamond Dallas Page.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. It must be a job.
I'm a big fan of DDP.
Oh yeah, did you guys get any interaction? Probably.
Well, I'm gonna go into that here. So I got the DDP yoga. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that jazz.
Yoga for real men, baby.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Hey, you can do it your way too. Don't worry about doing it the way he does it. Anyways, so I've had that for about a year now, and I do it when I've got time. But I learned all the moves. So when I was at Grand Slam, he came in the back door, just entering the building there, and I just happened to be doing my thing up there. And I was like, as he's walking in, I'm like doing my thing, and it was cool. I just bang, and then he looks at me, smiles, he goes bang. So the first person he sees in the building is Kenny Defiance, and bang, I say, and then it doesn't get any better than that. That's my thoughts on the scenario.
Oh yeah.
I didn't need a handshake or a picture. I just needed that.
That's a feel good moment right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick,
Yes.
Did you meet
what do you
EDP?
feel about the? Yeah, did you meet? EDP?
I did not have a chance to meet any celebrities or wrestlers at all. I was busy with other things, I'm afraid. Too busy for that. Too much to my chagrin, because this is the story of my life.
I was too busy too, but I just happened to be walking at the right place. I didn't go out of my way, but I couldn't have been luckier to catch him at the right time.
Every show. I like somehow I miss those guys.
See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Every single show, every special guest in the class at the academy, I miss them. They show up, and I happen to be night. I'm not there tonight. There's probably somebody there. I'm like us, and I'm not even. That's not even me trying to make a joke. Ken straight up said, like on the chat, 50-50 chance of a special guest showing up to my smiley face emoji. Like I don't know who it is. I don't know, and I miss them.
Yeah, they're special. I'm sure they're special, and they would have taught you something. But here you are talking about pizza on somebody's podcast, and they're ditching you out to go get a snack halfway through the dang thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now you're not going to learn how to do the thing with the people.
The thing with the people.
Here I am, trying to learn.
Now you're going to have to text Caitlin Diamond and Rampage Santana, and they'll tell you all what you missed. No, they won't. They'll just...
No, Caitlin Diamond will be there. We're just gonna do cardio for 3 hours. We're gonna run. We're gonna do drop down drills, and that's it. That's all we're gonna do. I'm not gonna meet any celebrities. I'm not gonna meet any like legends that can tell Nick Pride the magic words of wisdom he needs to put all of the knowledge together to become a star. Weave it all together in a way that makes it all click. That he finally gets it. No. I'm here. I'm here doing a podcast where the host walks out halfway through the show.
Yeah. Actually, about that, I was just at the academy. I think they had like Kevin Asher. No, Kevin Asher was there. You missed him. Sorry about that. I went to go say hi to him. Ken gave me a private text about it. Yeah. And grab the slice of pizza. I guess they were serving that there too. The after party. And I'll go with one last name for the name association. Mitch Paradise.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool.
All right. I'll go. So the first gig there that I went to Eli's, it was called Neo Pro Wrestling. His old promotion, and Mitch Paradise was one of the mainstays of the promotion, even though he had only, he probably had 2 or 3 years in the business at this time. But he was the biggest guy in town. He didn't have the mohawk back then. But so 15 years go by, all those guys come and go, and here he is still he is the face of Midwest wrestling. There's nobody else that kind of has done what Mitch has done, or has the heart to do what he does. The body, he's the total package to do what he does. Everybody loves him. I don't know at this point. He could do what he's doing now for the rest of his time, or he could turn heel at some point. That would be fun too. Who knows? But what a better you couldn't have a better mascot for pro wrestling in our area than Mitch Paradise.
Yeah, definitely. Nick, is that all you got to say about Mitch Paradise? He's a good guy. Yeah.
What, am I wrong?
Oh, I mean,
Are you
no,
saying he's not a good guy, Jared?
no, he's a bad. No, I'm just you were.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Wow.
Throwing
You
you
got
under the
some
bus.
nerve. You got some nerve, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
you better tell Mitch that next time you see him. You know what Jeryn's been saying on the podcast?
You know what Jared said about Mitch Paradise
Yeah.
on his podcast? He said he wasn't so cool.
He wasn't so. Oh man, no,
But,
Mitch is a cool guy. He was the first guy, one of the first guys I ever saw independently. So yeah, almost 5 years ago now. So yeah. Just two more questions here because I know it's getting a little late. But Ken, I got to ask you, how did you come up with why catchphrase?
Well, it originated in the car, like a lot of wrestling ideas do.
Yeah, you know why. He knows why.
Right.
He knows why.
Yeah.
We're in the car, Hollywood Brian Sager, whatever you. It's English.
I think he prefers Sager. Just go
Okay.
Sag.
Hollywood Craig
Brian Sag.
Sager.
Yeah, Sag. Just go Sag.
Craig Sager. Okay.
Yeah, Crack Sager.
Crack Sager.
Crack Sager. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good wrestling name. Crack Sager. Hollywood Crack Sager.
Hollywood Crack. Love it.
Okay. Anyways, he was sagging his crack in the car, and we were on our way to we had like an 8-hour trip maybe down to Nebraska, Omaha, like right outside of Omaha, and we had not even left his driveway in Woodbury. I'm not. Oh, now everybody knows where he lives.
No.
But we basically had to stop the car like in his driveway because we were crying and laughing so hard about the stupidest why. Yeah, it was so stupid. The phrase, it somehow just cut through. It was early in the morning, obviously, and we had a long ways to go. I don't know what the deal was, but we were talking about marketing t-shirts and how to make designs on a shirt that would sell in pro wrestling. What do you think would sell for this wrestler or that wrestler? We were talking about X. What could you do for a shirt for X? You put an X on it, and then
I guess so.
and it would sell like millions of copies, right? Because it's easy. But he at that point he wasn't selling any shirts, and he's got a great gimmick, right? Everybody knows. We were talking about him earlier. I didn't go into how wonderful his gimmick is and how he plays it. How it's not overplayed, and just the way he thinks his character through, the way he evolves it a little bit at a time, but he keeps it moving. So we're talking about just marketing X, like from a stone's throw away. He gets in the car, somehow we get into some deep conversation about how you can sell X's shirts, and I don't know, why. Kind of, he might be able to explain it better, but it was just a chaotic conversation, and sometimes when you say something, it just cuts through everything, and it why shot through my whole body. It was just like, he said it. Brian Sager said, and why, or why. He just said it to me. He said it. He came up with it, and it like smacked me in the face. I was like, you didn't just say that. Like, you know what you just said, and you know how stupid it is. So no, he didn't know what he said. Nobody knows until it's and I don't know if it's even there yet. It's stupidly annoying. You gotta repeatedly just pound it down people's throat for them to get it, to get whatever it is. And so that's, I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's the plan, is just to keep up why, and I don't know. It was brilliant. It hit me like this is a great marketing thing. You know why? Just do it. It's just like 3 words. Anybody can say. Anybody can read it. You don't have, defiance is hard to read. If you don't know what that means, like very few pro wrestlers have some goofy name. Like Chris Benoit, if you were just to read that without ever hearing anybody say his name, you'd be like Benoit or whatever. But once you got into wrestling and you learned that his name was Chris Benoit, you would either correct somebody who was saying it or you'd laugh at them because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, excuse my language. But
yeah, you're good.
Just like Defiant.
I think you're allowed 1 swear word before the rating has to change.
Strike 1.
So Defiance is much like that. Before you know why, I knew that I was in a situation where people weren't gonna be able to read it. Once they knew it, they were gonna know it forever. But getting people to know it is a very difficult. Getting people to look at something differently than they're used to seeing it, And I knew that was going to be a terrible thing marketing wise. Nick Pride, the name's nice, Nick Pride. But he's, you can take that. It's so simple, it's stupid. Defiance isn't simple or stupid. It's stupid because it's difficult. Who would come up with something so difficult? What a moron, So I knew I needed something, though, that wasn't so complicated to help get the difficult part over. If I got something easy to get people on board, I don't know. It was like if I needed a first domino to help the next one or something. But it seemed like a marketing tool that I needed something. As a wrestler too, we all need a gimmick. I didn't want a gimmick too. It's hard to come up with a gimmick. I don't want to be Cowboy Kenny Defiance or, just come in just to be something. So I needed to attach myself with something. I had the crab symbol, which is like a astrology sign for the Cancer, which is my astrology sign, and I'm trying to incorporate like a crab maneuver into my repertoire, and you know why. So now I'm just trying to push this around, and luckily it was something Nick Pride had his last name. We were able to combine them both to come up with something original rather than taking bad ideas and trying to make it like, the rock and roll dudes, that doesn't necessarily represent us. This represents both of us. Y represents my character and Pride, obviously his. So it's just a good marketing. And as long as we can keep it simple, good marketing, that's a big part of longevity, keeping a brand alive and being able to move forward, is some sort of branding in the first place. I think it's important for wrestlers to have a brand.
Absolutely. Sidebar: Rock and Roll Dudes was the runner-up name.
Nice.
We're the Rock and Roll Dudes. Pride.
There you go. Yeah.
Like the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I believe the first time he commented, why on my Facebook, I was so confused. I'm like, what does that mean? I was like, no, I don't know what that means. Is that like a cool thing that kids say on TikTok, or what is it?
Yeah. Maybe I hope someday they do.
Yeah,
but I guess I don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, we in the future this will come when more people watch your podcast. If you keep ditching people, they're not going to watch it though. So you gotta stick around with got people coming on. You stay with them, okay? Because Nick Pride, Kenny Defiance, we almost stole your podcast. That's not a good way.
We almost took it over.
Not a good look.
It's gonna be podcasts. It was gonna be we were gonna take it and we were just gonna do our own thing.
The Rock and Roll Dudes, podcast.
There you go.
Rock and Roll Dudes present podcast.
Oh man.
Sponsored by Pizza.
Oh man, there you go. Yeah, I just said that no because I didn't know what it meant, and then I was trying to understand what it meant. And then Leonard's like, well, you know why, and he didn't help me understand why I knew why, but now I didn't know why. So.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you know why.
Nobody's watching, right? I'm gonna tell you guys a secret.
No, there's 3 people watching.
Okay.
The rest of you guys get off real quick.
Yeah.
The secrets between us.
Oh yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You know why.
It's game changer right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
My secret's safe with you
wanna
guys. All right.
Mhm. Yeah, the secret. Nobody heard it. No.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Leonard totally didn't hear that. What? No. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I got one more question / comment for you guys. Just recap any future events that you guys have coming up.
Well, I know Nick Pride's got some fancy stuff coming up this Friday, don't you, buddy?
Oh yeah.
I seen it on your page, man. Yeah, let's hear about it.
Yeah, I'm going. Yes, MIW at Columbia Heights. Nick Pride is actually booked there, not as like a last minute replacement for somebody. Like, for real. I'm booked for real.
I'm glad to hear it, brother.
Yeah.
Moving on up. You deserve it.
That's right. Doors at 6. Show starts at 7.
Where was that again?
Columbia Heights. MIW.
Very good.
So like, be there or be square.
Right.
Yeah.
Nick
Don't
Pride's
forget
gonna
the
kick
TV.
some.
Don't forget the TV taping on Sunday.
Yep. MAW Warriors TV taping this Sunday at the Element Gym. Go to MAW on Facebook. There's a little application to get your free tickets. There's only 100 available. Get them while they're hot, like the pizza.
Like the pizza. Maybe they'll serve pizza. All right. And then, yeah, obviously, of course, APW on December 17th in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. So
That's right. Blizzard Bash 2, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
oh yeah. And Nick Pride's making his debut there. He's going everywhere. Chris Jericho look like he's gonna get some notoriety at APW. So yeah.
Just
Jericho.
for that, I'm gonna hit you with a line salt.
It's gonna be punches to the face.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
All right.
Let me check comments. Okay, I think so but yeah, thanks guys for joining for Nick Pride 3, Kenny Dephynce 1, Pride 1. And this is a good show, whole hour 30 minutes or so. So fans, thanks for joining. This is very fun. Join us tomorrow as Indie Talks makes their some history. We got our exact 1 year anniversary, so tune into that on the Indie Talk Facebook and Instagram page. All right, live will be signing out.
Pride.